Disney's Toontown Online was a game that catered primarily towards a younger audience, probably because it was made by Disney, that child-friendly company. Their likely goal was to make a game suitable for all ages in order to get more subscriptions. I imagine their business meeting probably went something like this.
Hey, so these kids, they can make us a lot of money. Maybe we should make a video game? I don't know.
Sounds quite profitable. Let's do it. And that's what they did. They made the game, but it didn't make as much money as Club Penguin, so they shut it down. But Club Penguin wasn't making them enough money, so they made Club Penguin Island, which made like no money at all. So they shut that down too. Yeah, Disney doesn't have the greatest track record with online games. But for the sake of this video, I don't really care. What I do care about is Toontown, or rather, its glaring problem. You see, Toontown was ultimately a kids game, so they kept out of the complicated lore stuff in favor of simple things. Because of this, however, there's holes. Gaping holes, I might add, with the largest and most confusing one being the game's economy. The first oddity most players notice here is the choice of currency. Jelly beans? It seems a bit strange to use something edible as a currency, but apparently it's been done before. Most notably it happened in ancient Rome, where legionnaires could be paid in salt. Now, I wouldn't exactly go around and eat salt, but the point still stands. Just as with jelly beans, you could theoretically muster up the courage to go ingest some salt, though I wouldn't really recommend either. The most pressing issue I notice when using jelly beans as a currency is how you're supposed to get around with it. They are far too large and far too poisonous to carry in a normal wallet, and they will give you a terrible rash if you leave it in your pocket. So Disney had to come up with a solution. They designed a high-quality portable container that's safe enough to hold even radioactive materials. Looking at it now, the best feature appears to be the lid, which keeps the user safe from any and all noxious fumes produced by the beans. Now, the only problem with the solution is that it's about twice the size of your head. How might I carry this around, you may be asking? Well, Disney has a fantastic solution for this as well. Using very advanced quantum technology, it shrinks to a manageable size and fits right into your pocket. Well, Disney, you've convinced me. Jelly beans do work as a currency after all, but what about getting them? So there's a few different ways to get rich in Toontown. The method the game encourages the most is the trolley system, where you essentially get paid based off of how well you do in some mini-games. Secondly, there's fishing. Intuitively, you just fish and get paid for the weird stuff you pull out of the pond. Also, I'm fairly sure that kart racing can net a profit, but I was never any good at it as a kid, and I always ended up losing money rather than gaining. Plus, nobody ever really did any kart racing, so a lot of the time I would just be driving around a track alone while I tried to figure out the speedometer that had no units. Now, all of these methods can net you some sort of profit, although now that I check, kart racing only gives these useless ticket things, and it isn't immediately clear which is the most optimal. Now, fishing is fairly simple, but for some reason the fish's diets are comprised exclusively of money, so they take them as bait. On the other hand, the trolley has a wide variety of minigames that all pay out something. The issue with the trolley lies within the minigames themselves. There's just too many, and a lot of them have some RNG involved. Just a surface look at fishing doesn't look too promising either, at least until you go deeper. The minimum amount you can get from one fish is 2 jelly beans, but getting anything that low is pretty rare. Even the most common fish in the game can net you up to 7 jelly beans. That's right, in Toontown lore, 1 jelly bean equals 7 jelly beans. And that's just the most common fish. Catch something rarer and you might find yourself 59 jelly beans richer. Now, a lot of people don't see too much problem with this. I mean, getting a couple hundred jelly beans in just a couple minutes sounds pretty cool, right? This is an economy we're running here, and it doesn't really work if any idiot with a fishing rod can get thousands of jelly beans in just a day. Surely, you're thinking, if you can make money this fast, then prices will be high to accommodate. No, In fact, it takes but 1 unit of currency to purchase any of the items in the gag shop. Keep in mind that these are weapons.
With just 1 jelly bean.
You can purchase a birthday cake, a giant hunk of steel, genuine hypnosis goggles, an actual bomb, localized climate control, and even an entire grand piano, which is promptly smashed. This effectively means that the jelly bean has no set value. Now, if you can buy a grand piano with just 1 of these things, then you're probably wondering what you could buy with a few thousand. Yes, that's right, humble audience member. It's man's best friend. If you want best boy at your side and don't want to buy one from the black market, then you'll have to cop up almost 5,000
Of your hard-earned jelly beans. And that's just for you to care for it. Seems like a waste to me.
Wait, you can buy a few t-shirts with that? That's checkmate, Disney. I beat. You have created the perfect fictional currency. And looking back at it, jelly beans do make some small amount of sense, at least in how much they're worth. The gags should be cheap because they're used in a war effort, and things like fancy clothes and pets should be very expensive, also because Toontown is at war. That said, I still don't want to grind for 5,000 jelly beans just to get a cute dog.